Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Will Victor's secret finally be revealed in the Days of Our Lives preview for the week of September 18 to 22? Check out the preview and read what transpires below. By killing Ava, the person he thought was responsible for his mother Susan's murder, EJ hopes to exact revenge for her passing. EJ is astonished when Wendy tells him this week that his mother is still alive. Harris, who is already perplexed when he asks Ava in the commercial, "You want me to sleep with you?" after Ava had told him as much, is further baffled. As Sean, who had previously been fired for drinking while on the job, was back on the bottle, Belle started to worry. Having just been abandoned by Channel, Talia joined Sean at the pub, where they ended up drowning their sorrows. The two wound up at Jada's room above the pub after being expelled for excessive drinking. Coming up, Sean wakes up in bed after his binge, and Belle tells Rafe at the pub that he didn't return home last night. Speaking of drinking, Vivian quips, "Still slumming, I see," when she sees Steve and John enjoying beers at the Brady pub. Victor had a meeting with Konstantin Melionis, the owner of a restaurant outside of Athens, before his death, according to Andrew Donovan, who shared this information with Alex and Brady as they prepared to travel to Greece to look into what happened to Victor. Theresa accompanied Brady and Alex when they traveled to Greece, which they found to be disappointing. There, Theresa is faced by none other than Shane Donovan, her father. Shane demands to know how far she intended to go her lie as she grabs the silver bag. What kind of game is she playing right now? Another scene from the preview shows Alex and Brady confronting Theresa, the person in charge of the case, and saying they know what she's planning. Brady returns to Salem and gives Justin a silver briefcase, the sole thing the ISA was able to salvage from the remains of Victor's aircraft. Maggie exhales as she finally opens the briefcase. News and spoilers about Days of Our Lives, Theresa Donovan and Alex Kyriakis are rumored to be in a new relationship in Salem. When the two first met, Theresa seemed pretty taken with Alex, so when Brady Black doesn't pounce, she turns her attention to Alex, catching up with Stephanie and Kayla Johnson. After Victor Kyriakis' funeral, Theresa stays in Salem for a while to catch up with Kayla and Stephanie Johnson. Brady will always remain Theresa's true love, but because he won't give her another chance, she's moving on with Alex. Theresa and Alex hit it off right away, but when Stephanie admits she once dated him, Theresa is hesitant. Alex decides to step aside out of loyalty to her Johnson/Brady family, but Stephanie tells her that she is still fair game. However, Stephanie and Kayla must consider the possibility that she's using Alex to make Brady envious. Is she? Theresa appears a little taken aback and upset when Stephanie and Kayla inquire as to whether she desires to date Alex in order to make Brady envious. But Theresa is aware of her own desires. She engages in some self-examination and discovers that, despite her reluctance to admit it to herself, their worries do seem to represent what appears to be happening in her subconscious. However, she is happy to be back in Salem and makes the decision to focus on Alex now that she is there in order to win. She feels a great attraction to Alex, and the fact that he is a Kyriakis doesn't hurt either. Alex is also quite receptive, so she disregards any cautions about his player reputation. There hasn't been any indication of game playing yet, and Alex's approach toward her has been flirtatious and open. She is occasionally a bit of a diva. She is still hopeful about a future with Alex and is still seeking an opportunity. Therefore, she is playing a little bit of games herself. Theresa undoubtedly possesses a cunning side, and despite leaving her and Brady's son with his grandparents for an extended period of time, she keeps her options open. Although if things went truly serious, Alex would become a stepfather. She doesn't even know and hasn't inquired what he thinks about kids. However, Theresa would want to make things right with Brady so that she, Brady, and Tate Black, now 9, may live happily ever after. But if none of it materializes, there's always Alex. Thursday, September 14, 2023. Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate a Black family reunion you won't soon forget. John Black has assumed numerous aliases while attempting to ascertain his true origins for almost 40 years. He had been Roman Brady for a while, and had also been an Alamein and a Demira. The strangest incident, though, occurred in recent years when Marlena Evans and Ariana Horton were abducted by a man going by the name Yoling, who claimed to be his father. EJ made a serious error. Soon after Maud passed away, John found out that his mother was a woman named Maud, and that his father, Yoling, who had gone missing in the Korean War, had changed his name. Now it appears that was untrue, and that the person who identified himself as Timothy Robichaud was actually the one who had taken Timothy's dog tags. Timothy, Dick Van Dyke, who goes by the alias Joseph Bell, really tracked down John. John introduced Timothy to all of his grown grandchildren on Thursday. At this significant family gathering, Brady Black, Bell Black Brady, and even Paul Narita are there. It's a shame that Bell is concerned about Sean Brady's drinking, since it casts a shadow over the situation. Will Johnny Demira and Channel Dupree remain partners in life? It's past time for Channel Dupree to decide with whom she wanted to spend her time. He is overjoyed when she eventually decides it would be Johnny Demira. Though a bewildered Talia Hunter believed she could date Channel, it means she must shatter Talia Hunter's heart. Will Talia act out in retaliation, or will she meet someone new and make a decision that she could later regret? Theresa Donovan participates in spying. When Theresa Donovan overhears Alex Kyriakis and Brady discussing Victor Kyriakis' demise and will, she is prepared to cause trouble for herself. Theresa might even be willing to travel with them, since they are even prepared to fly to Greece to investigate the situation. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, John Black's situation may appear a little too good to be true. Even by Salem standards, John Doe, also known as Timothy Robichaud, was able to solve the riddle quite fast after arriving in the little town in pursuit of his son. But is this all just hurried storytelling, or are things getting bad for John and his family? Meet the Black family now. Days teasers indicate that John will meet their biological grandfather this week when he gathers Brady Black, Bell Black, and possibly Paul Narita to meet him. Despite how quickly everything happened, this plot has been really comforting, and seeing all the Robichauds together will make for some happy memories. However, actor Dick Van Dyke merely signed on for a multi-episode run and is not committed to the soap opera long-term. What follows is what? Will Tim Robichaud attempt to defraud the Blacks? Given his advanced age, there is a significant likelihood that Timothy will spend some time with John and Marlena Evans before passing away. The narrative would come to a sad conclusion, but in Salem, things always turn out that way. But John Black's plot has always flipped and flopped to fit the show's setting. After all, everyone used to believe he was Stefano Demira's kid, didn't they? But what if Timothy Robichaud showed up in town and tried to con John? Mr. Black is wealthy and productive. The elderly man might be acting as if he has amnesia and fabricating the story to try and con John out of some money. It's probable that Timothy will leave town after John offers a DNA test to make things formal, even if none have been performed as of this writing. Is the narrative around Timothy Robichaud too good to be true? Comment below. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.